Welcome everyone. Today is April 30th, 2019, and you're joining myself, PowerPix, and Stella from Pixeos to discuss various ways to create an EOS account. Super easy. Stella, if you'd like to step up and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Stella Bell, and with the Pixeos team, and I've been thinking a lot about the EOS accounts and ways to simplify it for people that don't have one yet. And I'm really glad to be here. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know from our pre-discussion that some of the different services that we were going to discuss tonight included Bancor, EOS Links, Token Pocket, and of course some of those touch on using like scatter or even EOS name service. So if you want, we can kind of kick it off rolling through Bancor, since that's one of the easiest ways that people can use existing other social media accounts to get involved with.
Yeah, awesome. And I wanted to just focus on the Bancor, EOS Links, and Token Pocket just to get everyone started. And then once they get into EOS, then they can start tackling the other wallets like Scatter and just there's a lot of different wallets, but the three that are the easiest, and I've tried actually most of them, ton of the EOS wallets. These I think are the three easiest ones. So the reason I want to start off with the Bancor wallet is that you can create a Bancor wallet, a free EOS account, even if you have only a Facebook Messenger app and no crypto. So so basically, what it entails when you go to the Bancor wallet, and I did make the tutorial for tonight, you get to decide how you want to log into that to create your account. So you can log in with Facebook Messenger.
Thank you. Cut out there for a second, Stella.
I can.
Yes, we can.
All right. Can you hear me right now?
Yes. Yes.
Loud and clear.
Yes.
Yep.
You can hear me? Is it just say yes?
Yes. Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. So the Bancor wallet is one of the easiest, and it's, from what I understand, it will be free. Bancor covers the cost of the resource.
Stella, you're gone again.
It's just a very simple and straightforward process.
Okay. Now, just to kind of repeat a little bit, because you just make sure you're pounding on that push to talk there on the phone, because you did cut out a bit. But yeah, what Stella was saying too is, with Bancor, it's very straightforward. It is a free service to join up. Um, you're as we get more technical into some of the EOS side, we always talk about own your keys, own your crypto. But Bancor is kind of that first introductory step to get you onto EOS, at least having the ability to own EOS and associated tokens in that wallet, even though you won't directly, for example, own the key to that wallet. They kind of hang on to that, but you'll have access to a lot of other stuff in that collective wallet. Um, yeah, so Stella, if you want, I'll go ahead and roll your video, and everyone can kind of watch that along too. If you're on the stream, you'll be able to catch that there. I'm also going to drop the link here in the chat so everyone else can kind of follow along and play it here. So if we're ready on the count of three, everyone can kind of jump in and roll that clip, and we'll kind of meet at the end of it. All right, and here we go. Click play.
Hi, this is Stella Bell from Pixeos, and welcome to the Bancor Wallet tutorial. After you've gone to Bancor.network, you are going to log in with your Facebook account. So go ahead and hit the button Create Wallet and choose Messenger as your login method. After that, you'll see the screen pop up. You will put your email address to your Messenger account, and your password in there. After you do those two things, you're going to hit the continue button. Now, as you can see, Bancor has automated the process and it will send you the code directly in your messenger. So go ahead and copy that code that appears, copy it and paste it in there, and now you've got the code, so Bancor knows that you own that account. So put a name. You can use a nickname if you would like. I put Sunshine in there. And select that button. And we are on our way to creating a free EOS account with the Bancor wallet. Okay, hit the button, create a wallet. It goes over the steps that you need to do. All right, hit let's start. This is the recovery phrase. So you want to copy and paste this to a Word document and make sure and save it on a USB stick. Don't save it on your computer. You need to always either write it down or save it on a little flash drive. After you've copied the recovery phrase into a Word document, a Pages document. Okay, I know everyone's watching the video.
And
There was a question that I do want to address.
Bancor will test you to make sure that you actually.
And that, okay, so someone asked about the private keys for Bancor wallet, and from what I can tell, I can't figure out how to export my private keys because Bancor relies on that 12 word recovery system.
Correct.
Then you can import that into a different Bancor wallet, but I could not for the life of me figure out private keys on that. And the reason is they're trying to make it easy. And so for people that are brand new to crypto and brand new to the whole system, it's designed, I think it's really designed for them.
Correct. It's about onboarding the mainstream, kind of pulling people in an easy way. But it's like the difference in different wallets. Like in this case, it's almost like an exchange, like a centralized exchange. They are pretty much owning the keys and owning the account, and you're able to get in there and use it and do the account recovery like you were mentioning with that seed phrase. But I don't think there'll ever be a chance where you own those keys at the individual things. It's kind of like they have the master keys to all the individual accounts that you're creating, but you have access to that wallet. So yeah, it's still pretty cool. I'll go ahead and continue the video.
Okay, thank you.
Saved it. So that's why we're going to be selecting those recovery words right now in the proper order. So basically it won't let you create an account unless you do this process. So it's a safety. It safeguards your account so that you don't lose access to it. Now keep in mind, you have to have this 12-word recovery phrase. This allows you to restore your wallet, so this is very important. Now you're going to set a password next. The password is anything that you choose, and that is when you send a transaction. You'll need to put that password in there. All right, your wallet is all set. You have successfully created a Bancor wallet. This is awesome. So you're going to go ahead and go to your wallet. Now let's explore a little bit in here. This is your address. So you select the coin. So we selected EOS. There is your address. That's it right there. So you can copy your address if you would like. Let's send your first tokens. You're going to hit the send button at the top. Select the coin that you want to send, the token. So we're selecting EOS, and we're going to type in how much we want to send. Okay, you can put in, 0.25 And you're going to type in the address of the person that you're sending it to right there, the receiver. After you type in the name of the account, make sure it's correct. Then you will hit send. As you know, EOS is very fast and there's no charge for that transaction. It's free, which is pretty awesome. You have to enter your password in order to send the tokens, so that's what we're doing right now. And we're already done. It's amazing. Success. You've just sent your first tokens. Now we're going to learn how to convert tokens with Bancor. It's really fun. So we are going to hit that convert button at the top. Now choose the token that you want to convert from. So I have some EOS and I want to convert it to, let's see here. What shall we, it's like being in a candy store. Let's do IQ tokens. Yes. So I'm going to convert a little bit of EOS. I think we'll do like 0.10. Let's see how many IQ tokens we can get for that. Oh, 141. Well, that's cool. Okay, so after we do that, we are going to hit next. Converting going on right now. As you can see, it's asking for the password that I created earlier. That's the one that you created, not the 12 recovery phrase, but just the password that you made. So you go ahead and put your password in there and then hit convert. And there we have it. Success. You've converted some tokens. Very good. And it's very fast. You can always check on the blockchain if you'd like. Now we're going to add some tokens. So if, let's say you have a new token, and so you type it in there. Let's say we're going to add some karma to our, just to have it as something that we're checking and that shows up in our wallet. So now we've just added a new token. Congratulations, you're well on your way to being a Bancor expert. It's really fun, so have at it. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Okay, so it's all done, right? Okay. Okay. I want to talk a little bit about Token Pocket, and I'll put the link in there. Token Pocket is... Yes, thank you. So no questions. No questions. Okay. Really? Okay. All right. Token Pocket is a very user-friendly wallet. And the cool thing is I have 9 codes to create a free EOS account with token. So, woot, anyone who doesn't have an EOS account and wants to use a mobile device, please send me a DM and I will give you a code that you will put into Token Pocket. That will give you an entirely 100% free EOS account. Now, you normally, it's normally not free, but we have the codes in Pixeos. So we often will get the codes and we'll help anyone that comes into our Telegram get a free EOS account. So if you need an EOS account and you have a mobile device, please send me a direct message. And the first 9 people who do that, I will give you a code, and that should be good to go.
Awesome, and that's fantastic because with Token Pocket, that'll be different than Bancor, where here you're actually going to own the keys to the wallet as well. So it's a full-on EOS account that you own the keys to as well.
Yes, that's absolutely right. And the beauty of using something like Token Pocket is that you can do so many cool things and interact with.
Yeah, so you cut out a bit for me, but definitely. So I mean, like on that whole token pocket, they have the ability to discover apps, get on the market, check out news that's happening in crypto. So there's a whole discovery section that's really cool. It's built into that wallet.
Exactly. And one of our partnered wallets, we have a lot of partnered wallets, but they are really emphasizing user friendliness, beautiful interfaces, and I really want to stress that that's a great team as well.
Nice.
Okay, so I never have bought a Token Pocket account. I don't know how much it is, but normally it's maybe, I don't know, like you said, one.
Yeah, yeah. Normally, it's going to be around the price of one EOS or one point something EOS. I know this one was using the using Alipay on Token Pocket because it's over in mostly in the Asian market. So I know when you go through the actual process of buying it through Alipay, it's showing you I think it's the Chinese yuan or something, how you pronounce that. It is like 7 point something in their currency, but it should technically balance out to be about $1 or so US, give or take.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Um, are there any questions about Token Pocket? And no, it's pretty straightforward how to create it. It basically asks, the first question is, do you want to.
Yeah, I was trying to look too. I know there's an English translation to it. I'm just trying to find where that was. I had found it earlier. Right now it's still showing this in Chinese, but I know the Token Pocket site did have an English translation for it. And then it is,
On the website,
yeah, go on.
I was going to say, on the website, you can change the language to English as well on there.
Correct. I found it for the main site. I was trying to find it again for the whole account creation process. But I know too, this what's good about this as well. This one is Apple, Android, and desktop. So the wallet is kind of universal across the different platforms if needed.
Also, in the tutorial section in the Pixeos YouTube channel, I did a whole tutorial about how to import an EOS account into Token Pocket. Full tutorial is there.
Okay, very cool. All right, and then definitely when you get a chance, link that Pixeos video channel just so we have that as well.
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
Yeah, Meredith, that's really cool. Yeah, 99 cents. That's about what it'll be over on, I think EOS name service and some of the others as well, 99 cents, which is pretty cool. Yeah, like I said before, if anyone has any questions, just feel free to jump in and ask. Um, while we're here, we can answer them, and that make sure it also ends up on the video and the recording, so other people watching later can have those same questions answered. Awesome. All right, there you go. And there's a link for the YouTube, and I'll make sure I add that in the description on our recording as well.
One thing I might mention is that when you're using Token Pocket, it's so easy to log into, like, say, Pixeos Paint, or even you can create avatars directly from the app, and you don't have to put any passwords in. It's like genius. It's like a different way of using the internet because you're in the app, and then it's like communicating with the DApp, and so you don't have to actually log in. You're just in. It's quite amazing.
Okay, very cool. Now this one's a 7-minute video as well. Should I run through this video here or
Maybe we can go on to links. Unless, do people have questions about Token Pocket?
Yeah, because I think beyond the 9 accounts that you were giving away, Token Pocket might be more of the third choice for most of the people that are viewing this in our group, at least. Bancor and Links are probably the easiest way for most of them, given the language thing.
Yes, and there's a reason that I'm doing links at the end, because I believe that EOS Links is probably the easiest mobile app.
Yeah, I even saw the video, like I said, from I think it's what is it, Effects AI. They had done a tutorial on links as well, and really cool stuff. Like I said, they're just every day they're making it easier and easier for people to jump in and grab an EOS account, which is really awesome.
Okay, so I did want to go over the coolest feature of EOS Links is that creating an EOS account costs 99 cents and you buy it within the app, like an in-app purchase. So if you're using Apple, so you just buy it in the Apple App Store or Google Play, you just buy direct. And so they have really taken out a lot of the complexity of setting up a EOS account and just made it sort of in the back end.
Right. Absolutely, and that was one of the coolest things that I thought about as well, was the fact that you could just jump in with the Google Play Store and just you buy it as if you're buying any other app in the marketplace. So it's really cool. You don't have to worry about adding in other credit cards and things like that. It's already attached to your either Google Play or Apple Store account already.
Yes, and I've been following. I'm sorry. Was there a question? Any questions about anything? Now, here's something to think about, and this is a little bit of an abstraction. However, what happens?
Oh, Stella, you cut out a bit.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I was just curious. What do people think about if EOS goes up dramatically in price? Anyone want to take that? For example, will it be more expensive to create EOS accounts, or will it stay at 99 cents for EOS links? What does people think about?
Yeah, it depends. I mean, you'll have to look at the value of are they going to just reduce in order to keep that 99-cent buy, will they just reduce the amount of resources that they stake into the account created?
Right, right. So I was curious about the audience. Are there people that don't have an don't have a EOS account yet?
Sure is, Zach. Yeah, and that's one of the things too that even in the announcement post for this event tonight, with a lot of stuff that's going on in Whaleshares, with some of the partnerships that we're doing, the cross-chain token stuff, it is very important now for everyone who's on Whaleshares to have an EOS account as well. Um, it's going to be as important as originally everyone having a Bitshares account as far as how the tokens are being used and things like that. So that's why events like this are very important. That's why we're going to have this recording for it. It's very important for people to be able to get in there, create that account, and understand the direction that some of the things are going. And it's not just here, it's not just Whaleshares, but you know there's so much
Right.
going on and these different apps and all the stuff out there that EOS is becoming very important.
Right. I want to talk a little bit about private keys. Private keys are the hardest part of this. So, what I want to stress to anyone who's new to EOS, you got to ask yourself this one question: can you manage your private keys, and can you keep them on a USB drive, or are you better off starting off without the keys? And so in the very beginning, I feel like there's two camps. If you want to just kind of not worry about the keys,
Yeah, you're gonna have to repeat that last part, Stella. If you're not worried
the
about the
ma-
keys.
the oh, if you're not worried about the if you're worried about the keys, then get Bancor Wallet. If you can manage your keys, then just go with links and Token Pocket. The main thing to know about the keys, you have to back them up in a USB drive, something that's not on your computer or phone. That's the major thing that I think this audience is like very, very savvy about private keys. But when people are getting into it, they just that they need to always print them out, write them down, and keep them in a safe place.
And
That's the hard.
absolutely, and that was one of the things I remember we discussed last week, as you, me, and Chucky, just about the importance of something like Bancor, where it helps for those who want to get in, just take that easy road to get started, so they can still get into EOS, still have an account where they can claim tokens and share drops and things like that. That Bancor really is that easy way in, and like you just said, you don't have to worry about the keys. And then once you're comfortable with that, jump into links and the others, and then grab your keys and make sure you said back them up and save them. So it is awesome that you're presenting two different you're presenting two different options for people to have. The kind of the easy way, worry free, and then the one a little more advanced.
Right. And the thing is that everyone's going to be converting their tokens at some point. And the beauty of this Bancor system, can you tell them I'm a Bancor wallet fan, is that you can use Bancor like an exchange. But it's not an exchange. It's a smart contract platform where you want a different token. Let's say you have some BAT tokens and you're like, wait, I want some IQ tokens. You you can do that. You can just convert them. It's crazy. It's like an entirely new system. And so really when you have your bank or wallet, it's like you have a built-in exchange, you have Ethereum, you have EOS, and you can convert all of it. It's crazy. It's just like it totally blows my mind. That's why I want to make sure everyone understands that they can use this and it's free. It's almost too good to be true, really. Because Bancor does not take a little fee when you do your conversions. You can convert Ethereum to EOS, and they're not taking a cut of that. That's because Bancor is a nonprofit organization. They have their mission. Excuse me. They are mission driven, and that's why their products are top notch. So anyway, I mean I'm a little bit on the Bancor, like a bandwagon there, but
No, I mean it's definitely important too, because even myself, I log into it using Telegram. So people have that choice. They'll have Facebook or Telegram or just even through SMS, in order to log into their accounts and stuff. So it makes it super easy.
right, and they're not pushing some thing on you like they're not they're a neutral type of organization.
Right. Absolutely. And even myself, the other day, I had jumped in and had some Ethereum that was left over in one of my other accounts, moved it over here, and just tested out that whole conversion process of even picking up some BAT tokens and some Sense tokens, things like that, just to see how the whole conversion process worked. And it was super fast, super easy. Um, I mean, really no complaints about it at all.
How long did it take you to convert some Ethereum token to an EOS based token?
It was quick. It was like honestly less than a minute before it actually said that it was, I guess, technically mine. Um, and whether I wasn't sure if I could move. I didn't actually move them right away, say to my other main EOS wallet, but I had them held within the wallet of Bancor, and they're just sitting on the side there. IQ Sense, and one of them, I think it was when I went to the IQ token. One of the times it changed to their Bancor token first, and then continued on to change over to IQ. I think was the process. So it went from Ethereum to Bancor to IQ is what it did in that process. And it was about a minute the first step, and then about a minute the second step, and then it was just sitting there in my account.
Right. I did have some difficulties about it was a number of weeks ago they ran into some technical issue where I did a conversion from it and
Yeah, I missed that last part. You said you did a conversion
from Ethereum to EOS.
Okay.
And so there was a bit of a glitch, so I went to the support and someone walked me through the whole thing like and just let me know no, your everything is fine. And so Bancor does have a very good support staff.
Okay, cool. That's good to know.
Oh, I thought I would. Okay, I'm going to have a big announcement now. I've been waiting for this. I interviewed the co-founder of Bancor, Galia Bernazzi, and that video will be going out fairly soon on the Pixeos YouTube channel. But I was I was really pleased to get an interview with her because she's a very inspiring person because the, I don't know, her mission is like to make things more liquid and all the little tiny communities achieve a sort of independence. I believe that is one of the biggest missions of Bancor. So she's basically on.
All right, you cut out again at the end, but that's really cool. So do you know when the video is getting posted to the Pixeos account?
It will all be when we Pixeos tokens go onto Bancor, and I don't have the date for that. It's not firm, but it will all. So it's like our launch, our interview with her, and some really she gave some really good insights in how to build communities. That's what I asked her about. So I think Whaleshares, the whole community, we can all learn from her. She's kind of brilliant as far as giving insights into community building and learning new ways to kind of facilitate interconnectedness between.
Nice. Okay, yeah, that's really cool. All right, yeah, I look forward to seeing that. I'm also looking forward to a lot of the stuff that's coming in Pixeos as well.
And speaking of which, I don't know if anyone's seen the 15 games that we're going to be putting out. Everyone's seen that video yet? It's like, whoa. I didn't see that information until just today too. So like everyone is really amped because we are literally working on so many different components all at once. And I don't think people realize just what is cooking.
I mean, that was impressive. I saw that get dropped in the Telegram this morning or in the afternoon, and went and watched that, and that in itself was an impressive video. But it was really cool to actually see all the stuff that's coming.
Should I drop the link? I want to.
I have no objections to it. I'll actually jump in there and play it for everyone if they want to, because it's actually cool, you know.
So there's game developers that are coming that are already established. I can't release any more information than that, but we're doing it differently than I think a lot of because we know how to work with various diverse groups. This is kind of a rare trait within a team, I think.
Okay, cool. I'm just playing it here in the Discord without the audio, so people can actually see the video while we're actually talking.
Oh, I think I see Zach. That's the. Oh, by the way, I will announce the winners for the B1 June meme contest tomorrow. We had like so much going on today that I don't think we can't have any.
Yeah, that's cool. Also, too, yeah, while we're on that topic, everyone, here, if you haven't already, make sure you jump in and actually follow them over on Whaleshares. We can drop the link to that too. They're just whaleshares.io /@Pixeos. So definitely jump in and follow them as well. I just dropped the link in there because I mean all the announcements are coming there as well, and also on their Telegram. So
Yes, and our pollination with Whaleshares is just getting stronger. So we're starting to, branch out and basically welcome creative people from all communities. Like there's no, we don't care where the people are. We'll go to them. So that's pretty much why we're on a ton of different social media outlets right now.
right, absolutely. I mean, there's really no need for everyone kind of teaming up against each other. We're all going to do much better working together.
Exactly. That's the thing, sharing the knowledge, because right now we're all kind of in our little bubbles, and once you step out of it and you realize that everyone is in the same boat.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the big things about Whaleshares in itself. It's built on a sharing platform and sharing communities.
Speaking of which, I want you to go into some detail about that because you really helped illuminate what Whaleshares is and the fact that it does welcome all these different and diverse communities. And what's your vision on that? Because that really cleared that up for me. We talked about it the other day. Can you let everyone know about that?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Whaleshares itself is kind of built on Fuzzy's original ideas of people coming together as communities, as groups, and sharing their own interests. You can create kind of subgroups within a community, um, and it's all based around your interests and the people that are in your local groups or niche communities. Even here in the Whaleshares Discord, there's groups for photography, writing, art, things like that, and all those communities are interwoven, but they can have their own kind of sub networks as well. And Whaleshares really embraces that. And when we when we kind of do some of our networking with the apps that are being built over on EOS, um, it's really about letting them know that all those different apps have their own purpose, but their purposes might not be, say, a community itself. There'll be a service or something that goes along with them. So Whaleshares is open to building the user community to support those applications over on the Whaleshares platform. So that's really the way we see it. It's kind of a support community platform, and we do talk about it being a social sharing friends network, where it's really about we don't need those long extensive blogs that where our predecessor had where we came from. We want people to get in there, find their friends network, and share what's important to them and to the people who are following them. It is a friends network, and that's really what we want to build. Communities within communities.
Yeah, I really like the interface of Whaleshares and the fact that when you upvote someone's post, that you're sharing it. You're sharing it, not upvoting it. Like it
Right.
goes on its own. It goes on its own feed, which is a share, and I think that's a very, very subtle but yet powerful thing to change about Steam because it's a Steam fork, right?
Correct.
Technically.
Correct. Yeah, it's from the original Steam code and then just heavily modified. Yep.
And when can we all look forward to this streamlined process of joining Whaleshares? Is there a timeline on that?
Not a set date, but it will come with the next update. So that's kind of the hint that we've been dropping with everyone. But we're hoping the next update, it will be a much easier process to come in and join and set up an account on Whaleshares.
Okay, so does that mean the next 6 months?
No, no, no. It'll be a whole lot sooner than that. I mean, we're only about exactly, Kenny. We're only about 7 months in to our whole development process. Going through beta. But I would imagine within the next month, say, we could be looking at our next update. But we don't have a set date. We're just kind of rolling with it, making sure everything that's being built is being tested properly. Because there are some big changes. That was one of the announcements that we put out a couple weeks ago. That there are some really big changes that are coming to the platform, so we need to make sure we get them right.
Good, good. And so active users do you have per day?
Let's see, per day. Honestly, not sure on the per day thing. Our numbers girl just left. That was Jamie. She keeps track of a lot of that stuff. There you go. Whaleshares.nl. Krista just posted the link, but that website there is like a third-party kind of portal that she developed, Jamie, and lots of good information. Their account information, number of accounts, users. You can track a lot of stuff in there, so it's really cool. A lot of information's in there if anyone wants to look stuff up.
Awesome. And for last thing I heard was that the bot situation on Whaleshares. Are there bots on Whaleshares?
There's a few people that have popped up with kind of a comment and I don't know if you call it maybe curation kind of things, but there are a few that did pop up, but it's nothing like you're going to find on other platforms. And we keep warning people here in the Discord when they talk about bots or wanting to create bots that they're really not going to function, in the next update. So there's really no point to pursuing that kind of bid bot or anything like that on Whaleshares.
Okay, cool. We got into where Whaleshares questions. Now, I do want to mention something really important back to the topic of this event, which is the Scatter will be playing a pretty big role in the whole marketplace for rare digital. And I just wanted to let people know that we have an open source protocol called which Pixeos is a part of. So once this D goods rolls out, and that's happening pretty, that's going to be a streamlined way that all the different dApps and all the gaming goods and everything can in a uniform way that makes sense to people in their wallets. So this is coming real soon, and I feel like after this D goods open source protocol is launched and it's working with all the different apps, including ours, I feel like it's going to be a huge influx of new apps and growth and development. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anything that makes I guess the exchange and commerce side, or putting a commerce side to tokens and applications, the whole tokenization process will make everything easier for, say, even onboarding people into the whole ecosystem of crypto, but also just in general the EOS environment itself. Um, and just so people who are here listening, we talked about Bancor and EOS links and ways as far as getting wallets and setting up your accounts. Um, that's good for holding your tokens, transferring tokens, and things like that. Stella just now mentioned about Scatter. Scatter is, I put the link there in the chat. Scatter, you got to think of it kind of as a way of, it's like a middleman. It allows you to hold keys to various accounts, and it kind of bridges the gap between, say, the EOS software and token itself and all the applications, because every time you do a transaction, your account needs to verify or confirm that transaction, that you want to actually do that action, that it isn't someone else taking control of your account. And Scatter is kind of like that middleman. Yeah, it's similar to that. So it's like we have now Whale Vault that was just launched on Whaleshares that works across all the platforms, including EOS as well. Um, so Whale Vault is pretty much like Scatter, but it even does more chains than Scatter does. But Scatter would be just kind of EOS Telos kind of focused. Um, but it allows you to verify and approve those transactions happening in the different apps. And that's what Stella was just mentioning now. So even if you use what we've talked about tonight with Bancor and some of the others to create an EOS account, eventually you're going to have to move down this path of getting a little more advanced and grabbing Scatter or Whale Vault and jumping in so that you can sign off on these transactions.
excellent. Now that we've gone over all the new accounts, I think that Gray Mass is probably one of my the best tools for EOS.
Yeah, Gray Mass was always my first choice as far as my EOS wallet. It was the first one that I used for voting and holding my tokens and all. And of course, that was forked over as Squirrel for Telos. But yeah, Gray Mass EOS Voter was always my first choice when we were setting people up.
Yes, and if you ever need to change your keys, gray mass is like the way to do it, I think. I think it's probably the best way. There's tutorials out.
Yeah, absolutely. I know when EOS was first launching, that was one of the challenges that we did was to create tutorials on how to move your tokens, from the ERC20 over to an actual EOS account, and then how to get into the wallets and stuff. And um, Greymass, as far as being able to right there to go in there and generate keys and stuff, was one of the things that we always kind of push people towards because it's just so easy to do.
Right. And everyone had the same active and owner key in the very beginning. So it was necessary for everyone to change their active keys to something else. But this overly complex, stuff is like not easy for the average person, and it's pretty nerve-wracking. So you have to like
Yeah, and see, well, you're cutting out a bit on the last sentence there, but you're right. I mean, to that point, that's why I'm really happy that, when we talked to you last week, you kind of gave this idea of doing this event tonight to kind of walk people through these new, easy ways to get on and get started with EOS. Um, this is just information that needs to get passed around because, last year or so when EOS first launched, yeah, it was really tough getting on, and there was whole that catch 22 of I need an EOS in order to create an EOS account, and one before the other, and so these tools are really awesome to make it easy and painless to kind of get on there and get started now.
yeah, and we're seeing a lot. Everyone is in agreement about EOS links. EOS links is the way to go for anyone listening. That's like, I don't know which one to use. Get links, and you can buy an account for 99 cents. It's like it's so easy to create the accounts, and it's painless. It makes you feel good when you do everything successfully. That's an important part of that, is that you want people to feel success instantly instead of like really getting all worked up, because that's friction. We don't need friction. So
Right.
really, like,
And with EOS links too, I mean you get your name, you're getting your keys, all the things that you need long term. When we say own your keys, own your crypto, so you get that too. And like you mentioned, you're either using the App Store or Google or the Google Play Store to purchase the
another
account.
thing I want to mention. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's cool. No, I'm done.
I interrupted. Another thing I wanted to mention is that you can buy crypto with a credit card on Bancor. So like,
Yeah, I kind of lost you on the last part. You cut out as far as buying it, but I have that on screen here. We can buy Ethereum with your credit card in Bancor.
yes, that's what I was just going to cover, is that you can get Ethereum and then you can just convert it over pretty easily to EOS if you wanted to.
Right. Yeah, it's super simple process.
Can you hear me right now?
You cut in and out.
Ah, I need to, get a little audio better. Do we have questions from people? Any questions out there? If you are just tuning in and you didn't hear, I have 9 free codes for Token Pocket. So if you need a EOS account, a free one, and you want to use Token Pocket, which is a great way to explore the EOS ecosystem, then send me a direct message. Send me a message, and the first 9 people, I will give you codes so you can create a free EOS account through Token Pocket.
That's awesome. That is really cool of you guys for doing that.
Next time I'll get the audio better. Um, any other questions?
Awesome. Yeah, Crystal, definitely. We'll get you set up eventually. It's taking you a while, but we'll get you there. Yeah, remember, anyone, y'all can jump on voice too. If you want to jump on voice and ask your question, feel free to do that as well. Well, you got me and you got Stella here. Ask your questions,
I'm
shoot your
sending out
questions.
the first code.
I'll just ask one question. It's not really relevant to the voice chat tonight because I know you're talking about getting people EOS accounts and getting to that first base. But I'm just wondering, down the line, have you guys had any thoughts about doing maybe a follow-up chat and talking more about the security and, maybe some more advanced elements to EOS? Is that something you thought about?
We'll have to get a security expert for that one. Like just potentially a developer. That would be really a great idea. Thank you.
I just mean more like, we were talking about back. I can't remember how you pronounce it, but that's like we say, like there's no keys given at that point. And actually having ownership of your keys is an important thing. Like we've all got on Whaleshares, and if people have been on Steam, it will have keys and that sort of thing. I just mean more security and like help, like discussing some more kind of not seriously advanced, but like helping understand a bit more about how to be more secure with, your keys and moving forward in the crypto space rather than just the initial stages.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Because that's like I mentioned a little bit earlier. Like it's going to be very important for everyone who's on Whaleshares, to have an EOS account, and kind of get involved in that environment. Like we talked about this whole Voltron thing with Fuzzy. Whaleshares, even when we launched originally on Steemit as a community, we have always been about cross-chain participation and those cross-chain synergies. Back on Steemit, we were working between Steemit and Bitshares. And when we kind of ran up against the wall over there in Steemit, we basically spun off and became our own chain. And now the community is still pushing synergies. Like, we have, there's really no hard feelings back against that. Anyone who wants to work with us on Steemit still can. But now we're pushing our energies, with Bitshares, but over now towards the EOS, community and ecosystem. So it's going to become very important. Just like now we are kind of dug in deep with Bitshares, we're now moving in the direction of EOS because this is where things are going, and Whaleshares is going to move with that flow and be very open to these other ecosystems. So yes, having follow-up discussions will definitely be good. Like we talked about, even getting in more in depth, maybe into scatter and how the keys are stored, how you use those, and Whale Vault as the like our kind of native tool now that's launching with Whaleshares that does the same thing as scatter. So having those kind of discussions and events later on will be pretty important. So yes, we'll definitely have to come back and retouch on those more advanced topics.
Perfect answer. And it would be really good to get a developer that works directly with security and that's their main job within a team. So that's something that we could definitely work towards getting.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would love to have Jesta. I think it would be awesome because a lot of us know Jesta from the Steam world, and we had such a great respect for him because the work that
Yeah, so you're gonna have to repeat that last sentence.
Jesta is a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, and we missed the first part you were just talking about, Jesta. How we all known him over on Steemit. Then of course when you get into building gray mass and stuff, we were kind of really excited to hear all that. So
Also, it looks like Acrid had a question. I'm really interested in learning more about the gaming and commerce initiatives that you touched on. Pixeos is a gaming and art ecosystem. So everyone is free to join us on our Telegram channel. We have a very active group and a lot of support staff. We answer everyone's questions, and it's probably the most engaging community that I've been a part of in a very long time. So I encourage everyone to check us out on our Telegram channel, and I'll put a link in there. That's a great way to a place to start because we have both gaming and also an art and creative environment. And we have lots of contests, tons of contests, like almost too many. I can barely keep up, but it's a wonderful way to meet other people that are interested in gaming and art and creativity and just being more community driven.
Yeah, I was just writing a note there too. It's also a very energetic and fun Telegram group.
Part of that is because our CEO loves gifts, and it's such a rare trait to have a fun loving, kind of spontaneous and creative person at the helm. And that makes all the difference. It lightens everything, and it's just, it's
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's you can feel the energy. Just, I mean, that the chat is never static in that Telegram.
I'll post a link. I need to look it up real quick.
Yeah, as far as that last comment there, yeah, Telegram it is a learning curve. I had made the joke earlier that that's one way you know a project is actually on EOS is because they're on Telegram. They kind of go hand in hand. So any kind of app or project that's on EOS is going to be in Telegram on a different channel. Um, you can't as easily organize information as you can here on Discord, but that's where the main discussions and activities go down for EOS-based applications.
Yeah, and it's really exploded in the last 6 months. People don't know about just how much is developing on EOS. And literally in the last 6 months, I feel like there's exponential growth happening. It's really quite, I can't keep up anymore.
Yeah, that's tough. It almost seems like every day you're getting dropped a link to another project and how this is connecting to something else or a tool or a service, and it is impressive to watch the rate of growth in that ecosystem.
And I can barely keep up with all of our integrations. Pixeos just integrated with Carbon. Carbon is a way to get your
Go back and repeat that, Sella, about Carbon.
Carbon is a way to convert your Pixeos tokens into US dollars and from US dollars into Pixeos tokens directly. We just formed this partnership very recently, and it's been fascinating. I got a Carbon account and I've been messing around with it. It's awesome. It's directly from dollars to Pixeos tokens, and instead of going through another coin, Carbon's goal is to go from dollars to different tokens. Just
Right. Yeah, and that's fantastic. Yep.
it's fantastic. Carbon is a KYC thing because what you do is connect your bank account with it, so they have to do KYC. But it's like it's
Yeah, so that'd be cool. Like instead of having to always rely on Coinbase or some other ways out, having even that you have to transfer from one token to the next to get it to Coinbase to get it out to fiat. So having something direct like through Carbon, just to go from the token to USD would be fantastic.
yeah, and I did a little test. It does work. So it's 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 good. It's a way to avoid using Coinbase, as like you said.
Right. It's kind of the default go-to. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So if anyone has any other questions on any of the kind of getting started stuff, hopefully everyone's taken advantage of Stella's offer and has DM'd her if you need an account on EOS, so she can kind of hook you up with a free one. If not, we have all the links to everything we've discussed in the description for the video, for the recording, and here in Discord. If you have any last questions, let us know. We can end the official recording and just kind of jump into an open chat if there's no other questions. All right, so we'll consider that no more questions, at least for this recorded part. So, Stella, again, thank you for, first of all, coming up with the idea of doing this kind of coordinated live event tonight for signing up on EOS. It's been great having you and great learning about Pixeos.
Thanks so much for having this. This reminds me that cross-pollination is the way to go. Let's all like communicate more, and we all have.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the more we work together, the better it's going to be for all of us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for putting this on, and I will work on getting audio better. Obviously, I have a lot to work on, so I guess coming out of the corner of research is the best way to go.
No worries. We made it through. It's all good. All right, cool. Yeah, thanks everyone for attending, and thanks for everyone who's watching this, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you so much.